Hello, this is BlueStar, Defender of Equestria, and this is a, I guess in a way, venting video about the FineBrothers, partner networks, and why you should have nothing to do with any of them. Because yeah, I mean, it's like, because what can I say? I'm honestly genuinely frustrated by this whole FineBrothers thing, because it's like, you know, the show's going to be back on in like 3-4 months. It sounds like a long time, but you know, I'm already playing catch up with a lot of my videos. In a way, this is not what I wanted to hear. So to hear this idea that, oh, someone's trying to trademark reaction videos and potentially could be essentially controlling them and deciding which channels are going to stay up and which aren't, was not something I really wanted to hear. And of course, you know, it's like, it's one of these videos that I know that I have to make a video like this, because otherwise I'm gonna like wake up in the middle of the night and it's like, be like, oh, why didn't I make a video on this? And like, just like one of those things you just gotta just say, and it almost in a way vent and everything. So yeah. And by the way, you know, to the few people who have, you know, made FineBrothers comments on my videos, it's like, this is nothing personal. It's not a big deal. It's like, I simply don't want to hear it anymore. I do not want FineBrothers comments on any of my videos other than this one. Because it's just like, I just simply don't want to hear it. It's because, you know, I watched that video about React World, and it's like, they're just full of themselves. They really are. I mean, honestly, sometimes I kind of feel the way they sort of do with that. You know, it's like, oh, my videos are important and they might be able to help people and stuff. That's great. But they're totally full of themselves. It's like, you know, I, and, you know, all over the place and stuff. It's just, I'm glad I've never heard of these people, and I'm glad that I haven't watched them before now. And I'm glad that I never will. Because, yeah. I mean, it's almost why I think you should have nothing to do with them, because, you know, but at the same time, but now they've just, you know, just yesterday they released a video basically saying we're sorry, we're not trying to control React videos, we're not trademarking the idea of reaction videos, and no one can. And they're right. You know, in their example of you know, basically the fast food place, I'm going to use KFC, you know, fried chicken, you know, and stuff. It's like, you know, if you want to open up a fried chicken fast food restaurant, you don't have to pay KFC royalties. They don't own, you know, fried chicken. But if you want to use their recipe, you either have to buy a franchise or pay them for their recipe or whatever. So, you know, which makes total sense and everything. But that was sort of what they were trying to do, is that they're trying to trademark their channel name or whatever so that someone doesn't steal it and everything. So, but yeah, they're not trying to control Reactor Channels and stuff. Besides, they can't. You know, how could they possibly do that? Because that's not how trademark works. It's just that simple. It's like, you can't trademark a genre like reaction videos. It's like, you can't trademark like something like science fiction. It's like, I'm going to trademark science fiction, and no one can make science fiction movies other than me. That's stupid. You can't do that. You wouldn't let someone do that. You know, that would literally mean that someone has a monopoly, an entire genre. No one else could get into it. That's just not fair. That's not the way trademark works. You can trademark, you know, like characters, names, locations, you know, phrases and stuff, and only you could be able to use those phrases, but you just simply can't trademark reaction channels and stuff. And besides, it's like, I was thinking, it's like, if you're going to sue me or take down my channel, you're going to have to take down every other Reactor channel on the internet. Good luck with that. It's like, it's just, I will fight you with every tool at my disposal. It's like, because, yeah, but at the same point, you know, there's I think I'm going to get into partner networks, and then also onto more sort of general reaction video stuff. But anyway, but the other thing is that what they were really trying to do with this React World video is basically, they're trying to establish basically what amounts to another network. I mean, I'm honestly not totally understanding these, you know, partner networks, multi-channel networks. I really don't understand fully how they work. But I have been approached by a couple of partner networks in the past, and I vaguely looked at them, but then I did look at one, and I looked at their contract, and for starters, it sent me into shock at first, because this is a legit legal contract, and that's definitely the first thing in contracts in general, is that read the contract, and if you don't read it thoroughly, and if you have questions, ask, and if if the guy still doesn't answer those questions satisfactorily, get a second opinion, and if you really, really have to, get a lawyer, and But the point is, understand what that contract says. Not what do you think it says, what does it say? Because once you sign that contract, you are bound by whatever that contract says. And, you know, the other thing is, it also applies to them too. If they say you can quit at any time, you can quit at any time. And if they don't do that, you can take legal action against them. and in some cases, you should do so. And everything, because I did research partner networks, and one of the big things is that they're basically traps. They're traps for people who, you know, they promise you success by basically by you giving them a portion of your money, and they'll offer you promotions and success, and everything will be cool. It doesn't work that way. Like a lot of things in life, you know, no one can guarantee you success. You can't just hand someone a chunk of money and then boom, you're going to be successful. It doesn't work that way. And particularly in these partner networks, is that because they offer you all these services and these stuff, but a lot of it is either stuff that you're doing already or stuff that you can go and learn. Like in the case of the partner network that I was approached by, it's like, I think the main ones were like thumbnails, tags, you know, the tag optimization, probably search engine optimization, things like that. And I don't know, and I think possibly that they might promote my channel a little bit, but I'm pretty much doing those things already. I grab my own thumbnails, whether I could pick better ones is up for debate, but I do that myself. I don't need them. I don't need their tools or their software to do that. Tags, I could probably have some better tags, but if I want to learn how to make better tags, there's plenty of sources on the internet and YouTube and wherever that I could probably figure that out. I could find that out for myself. I don't need them. And promotion, it's like, I have less than 5,000 subscribers. They're not going to promote me. Just like they're not going to promote any of these other these minor channels that don't have a lot of subscribers. You know, or, you know, it's like I found someone's video. It's like, you know, it's like, well, you know, they promise all these things, but they're not going to fly me out to a convention somewhere. You know, they're gonna fly the guy who has 100,000 subscribers out to the convention, and they're just gonna they're gonna use my money to do it. It's basically how that works. You know, it's like, you know, they'll have like, you know, 10,000 of these, you know, these small channels, and they'll use it to go support the one big one. You know, it's like they're simply a waste of time, effort, and money, and they just simply are traps for people who, you know, who wants, you know, they're just simply traps, you know, and they're just stay away from them. You might want to get a second opinion on this, but, you know, but I have found videos of people who are like, well, I signed up with this contract. They said I could get out of it, but they won't let me out of it. And now all I can do now is just sit and wait for the contract to expire. So yeah, dear. So yeah, I mean, so that's effectively what the FineBrothers were trying to do. They're trying to establish, in a way, another one of these networks. It's like, give us a portion of your ad revenue, which is, if you've monetized videos, is basically you get a certain amount of money per view from the ads and everything. And so give us like 30% of that, and we'll give you access to like all our logos or whatever our format. I think style was, I think, the better word for them, because obviously, you know, reaction videos are a very general thing, and they're very basic. That, you know, they all have the same basic format, but they're in a lot of different styles. Like, you know, where is the video? How big is the video? Is the person full screen? Is blah 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 blah. There's all that. It's basically a question of style rather than format, I think, is in a way sometimes the answer. But yeah, so they were going to give you access to all that stuff. Like they said, you know, with the fast food price, it's like you can buy a franchise for McDonald's, and they'll give you all, and they'll give you all the McDonald's building stuff, the recipes, and all that, and you're running a McDonald's is basically it. But if you don't want to do that, let's say you want to open up your own fast food place with French fries and burgers, McDonald's can't stop you from doing that. Maybe you'll crash and burn, or maybe you'll be really successful, but, you know, McDonald's says, no, you can't do that. Only we can sell French fries and burgers. It's like, no. It's like, they can't do that. You know, and so, and I think this is another case of people jumping to conclusions and just basically blowing things all out of proportion and just like, whoa, easy. But I do have to say, in a way, shame on the FineBrothers for taking so long to respond to this. They should have, I think, replied within probably the first day of this replying. I mean, when they saw their subscriber count probably plummeting and, you know, like 40,000 dislikes on that one video or whatever. It was an insane amount of dislikes on the video. I don't... Unfortunately, even on the internet, I really don't get out much. But yeah, I've rarely seen videos where there's been massive dislikes on a video where it's like, there's like 40,000 dislikes and only 13,000 likes. I've never seen videos that way. I'm sure there are plenty of them out there, but... but wow, I mean, people reacted to this so negatively and it just sounds... But that really wasn't their intent. But again, shame on them for not replying faster. It's been, according to the thing, it's been almost a week since that video aired. It should have been like in the first day. Because obviously, if you're a reactor, this obviously is very threatening to you. The idea that someone is trademarking reaction videos and is basically going to say, no, you can't do this, you can't do this. This is our format. And, you know... And because we all reactors definitely face a lot of content ID problems already with YouTube. The last thing that we need is someone like the FineBrothers trying to shut us down. Or basically, at one point I thought, it's like, in a way, you can almost interpret this as an ultimatum. It's like, join us or die. Which ultimately is not what they were trying to do. I mean, they're basically their apology video or their, their clarification video. I honestly feel is genuine. They are like, we're sorry. We were not trying to control Reactor Channels. We're not trying to shut down anybody's channel. If you want to make reaction videos, go make reaction videos. We're not going to stop you. Is basically what they were saying. And it's like, in some ways they created this network to try to help people to make content. Whether that's true or not, I'm not so sure. It probably is, but yeah, I mean, it's just disappointing, to be honest. I mean, this whole thing has been disappointing and frustrating, and definitely it's like, it's because with the content ID system, it's a difficult thing because Ratchetist had a couple of videos about, reactor channels and stuff, and, are reactors stealing from other people's content? I mean, are we stealing their content? Are we profiting either financially or not, or just simply whatever, off of other people's content? Sort of. I mean, like in my case, it's pretty simple. If there was no MOP, I would not have a channel. You would not be watching me right now if MOP did not exist. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. This is almost in a way a video that... I've kind of wanted to say, it's like, you know what, people will say, like, oh dear, I'm getting off track here, but anyway, but yeah, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's certainly true with there's a lot of fan communities and a lot of fan organizations and a lot of things that exist solely because of things like Star Wars or Halo existing. Like, without Star Wars, there'd be no 501sts, and those people would probably not remotely know each other, and all those things. And the same thing with the Halo communities is like, that's not necessarily bad, but... Yeah, I mean, in the case of like fan works, and certainly career YouTubers, people who are trying to make money off of YouTube, that view count and stuff are important. For me, it's not so important. I'm doing this because I enjoy it, because I like commentating on MLP and other series and other stuff, and it's like, I don't care if I make a dime on these videos, and I don't, because because in my case, I can't monetize most of my videos, because most of them are using Hasbro's content. And in fact, Hasbro has monetized most of my videos. But I'm okay with that because it is using their content to begin with. It's in a way, it's their video. And the thing and again, in my case, it's a simple matter of, I just want to make videos. I don't care. For me, it's not about the money. I don't care. I don't want to make money on this. It's like, I'm perfectly happy with this arrangement. Hasbro, in effect, makes money off of my reaction videos. I get to make my reaction videos. Everything's cool. I like it. It's cool. Everyone in a way is happy. That's cool. And again, in MLP's case, I know some people probably won't like this, and I hope this isn't a revelation to anyone, but every show that Hasbro has ever commissioned has had one purpose. And that's to help them sell toys. To help them sell toys like those. You know, from the very first Transformers series to the very first MLP series to the current MLP series to everything else that Hasbro does, it's all about them selling toys. And when people say DHX are selling out, no, they are doing the job that Hasbro hired them to do. But that's almost a whole other video in itself. It's actually a pretty interesting relationship between Hasbro and DHX. You know, Hasbro will basically promote an idea, DHX needs to find a way to make it work, and the good news is, the short answer is that DHX will usually find a way to make it work, and sometimes there'll be a back and forth, and I think ultimately that relationship is working out, and things are okay with that. So I'm okay with the, yes, Hasbro, you know, buy our toys. I'm okay with that, because they've made a good show regardless. You know, if it wasn't a good show, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about it right now, would we? But anyway, enough of that. That's definitely getting off topic. But yeah, I mean, so in a way, these videos help them. Reaction videos, analysis, review, all these videos help Hasbro. Because first of all, a lot of them are monetized by Hasbro, so they make money regardless. But it keeps interest in the show going. It just keeps people interested. People might randomly come across a video on MLP and wonder, why is this person going on about MLP for? What gives? Maybe they'll go watch the show and maybe they'll like it too and stuff. So, but again, you know, but now the problem is that with reaction videos to like fan works and to other people's content, so those people who are trying to make a career off of this, you know, it is kind of a problem that, you know, I could be stealing views and potentially money away from them. I mean, like somebody asked me one time to react to something, what was it? Brony Sound Proud. It might have been the guy who made it. I hope it was the guy who made it, because I actually got more views on that one video than the guy did. Because I figured, oh, it's some big name video that I've not really heard of, because I don't really go out and look for these kinds of videos. It turned out to really not be that way. It was just one video that this guy put together. It was a it was a montage of like a lot of the really good fan works from the Brony community and everything, and it was nice. I liked it, and I mean, yeah, I mean, even in that video, it's like the guy didn't create any of this content, but it was still a worthwhile video anyway, because it was a great display of what the Brony community is capable of, and it took serious time and effort to make a video like that. I mean, just to gather the images, to edit them all together, took ages, I know, because I've had to do videos kind of like this myself. Each focus on video in a way, focus on video is sort of in a way this way. I have to gather the images, edit them all together, blah, 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 blah. And it's just simply, it's not hard, it's just time consuming. But anyway, but yeah, I got more views on my reaction video to that than the poor guy did on his original video, and that kind of makes me feel bad. So, I mean, I don't think he's a career YouTuber or anything like that, but yeah, I mean, so it's an interesting and difficult problem, and I think in some ways the consensus is, the solution to this is to not air the entire video, it's to air only the parts that are interesting, or, you know, that are worth reacting to. In the case of Brony Sound Proud, that'd be all but impossible. That'd be like saying, this piece of artwork is no good, but that one is. That would be difficult. And honestly, I don't really want to do that, because it just means more editing work for me. But yeah, I mean, like, you know, like with Star Racers, I just did a reaction video to Star Racers. I essentially, quote-unquote, aired this episode for all to see. I feel a little bit better knowing that, I thought it was on Netflix. I swear it was at one point. It doesn't appear to be on iTunes. The only place it is on is Amazon Prime. I mean, Amazon Video. So, that show appears to be all but dead, so I don't feel so bad about that, but yeah, I mean, I essentially aired a full episode of the show for all to see for free, and, you know, Savin, the guy who makes who basically was in charge of the show, won't make a dime off of that. So yeah, that some ways makes me feel bad. The flip side, I mean, in some ways, the flip side of this is that, you know what, am trying to get some of my subscribers interested in the show, so that, and trying to encourage them to watch the show from legitimate sources, which unfortunately appears to be harder than I thought it was going to be. Sorry. But yeah, you know, in some ways, and I do feel to some degree these reaction videos do help out the original source and everything, and I do feel it also, if you're watching my reaction video, you probably weren't going to go and see the original anyway. And in fact, that's the other flip side as well. Maybe someone will go and see my reaction video to something and say, oh, this is really good, I'll go watch the original first. Because I know that happened with me with Ratchet. He was doing a reaction to Snowdrop. I start watching his reaction to it, and then I realized about a quarter of the way through, I was like, wow, Snowdrop's really good. You know what? I'm sorry, Ratchet, but I'm going to stop watching your reaction. I'm going to go watch it myself. But of course, it's a difficult thing for that. It's a difficult thing with this because it is true that, you know what, without things like Snowdrop or MLP or these other fan works, a lot of these channels would have nothing to do, you know, and that's why some people say, you know, it's easy and it does, and also a weird thing is that there are some reactor channels where the reactor will literally, in a way, not react, and we'll just sit there and just simply watch the video. I was watching one of these anti-FineBrother videos, like, commenting on, like, some people are just sitting there eating popcorn. Wow. If you're that disengaged, then the reactor didn't do their job, and whoever made this video didn't do their job either, because it means that the reactor's not I mean, it's an interesting question in itself. What makes a good reaction video? That's up for debate. To me, what makes a good reaction video is someone who's commentating on the video. This is why all my videos are comrock videos, commentary/reaction videos. It's like, yeah, I want to put on the show and go, oh my gosh, did you see that? But at the same time, I want to commentate and express how I feel about the episode and all that. And this is why I'm almost convinced that I will always leave in the commercials during the live show of MLP so that I can commentate on what I think the show is doing, because that's what I'm trying to do with my videos. And yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I can't think of anything else to say in those 3 minutes before the show comes back online. But you know what? Ultimately, that's what I want to do. And it definitely differentiates me from other reactor channels. And yeah, and that's the other thing, is that sometimes, because unless you do something like that, you know, or you're just sitting there watching a video, and other people can watch your video and just watch the original video without watching the original source. And in the case of a career YouTuber, that's really bad, because they don't get credit for it. They don't get a view. They essentially don't get paid for that. And I would think that most people don't want to do that, don't want to cheat. Certainly in my case, I don't want to cheat anybody out of it, and I will make a point out of that. If I am going to go react to a fan work, that I'll ask them first, and you should always do that. Or even with images, like you see a really cool image on, DeviantArt or something, and you might want to use it in the video. It's almost always a good idea to ask the person first for permission to use it, because most people will be like, sure, go ahead, it'll be cool, or stuff. But some people won't feel that way. Some people say, no, you're not allowed to use my work ever. Some people will say that, and if you run into one of those and you use their work, they won't like you they won't be very happy with you. Oh dear. But yeah, I mean, you should always ask permission to use other people's source when possible, because it's just simply polite to do so. And yeah, some people won't exactly take legal action against you, but certainly could do bad things to you if they really wanted to. But yeah, and oh no, I forgot where I was going with this. But yeah, anyway, it should, because otherwise, if you're just sitting there just watching a video, you're just twiddling your thumbs like I've seen some channels and reactors do, then you're not really reacting. I'm just watching somebody else's video on your channel, and definitely why I'm always gonna I think you should at least at the very end, say, well, I thought it was good, I thought it was bad, it's like, and why? Because at least then you're discussing it, at least you're commentating on it, you're not just simply just watching it, you're actually adding something to this conversation and to this video and saying if it's good or bad and anything like that. And because I've heard some people say, it's like, oh, reactors are talentless, and they don't have to work hard, and it's easy, anyone can make them. That's a little bit true, but it ticks me off, because you know what? It's like, doing a full analysis video, doing a reaction video compared to doing a full official review or analysis video, there's no comparison. It's way harder to do an official review or analysis video, but at the same time, it does take It's like, it's not hard, but it is time consuming. And there's never enough hours in the day. And, and if you feel that way, then you can edit my videos. You can edit them and upload them and do all the tags, comment, you want to do my job, you go right ahead. That's how I feel about that sometimes. It's like, again, it's one of those things. It's like, it's like, bite me. It's like, sort of a thing. It's like, It's sort of a thing. Oh dear, oh dear. It's like, I probably shouldn't have said that, but I think I wanted to say that anyway. But because it's just, it's like, I'm not going to pretend that doing this that a lot of these, like, doing full reaction videos is harder than doing analysis review videos, especially during the crunch of the week. But that they don't, as my boss says, they don't do themselves, and I do try to commentate and react to it, and yes, I can edit my videos a little bit better, and maybe I need to do that more, but to say that these take no effort and take no time is just not true, and if you don't believe me, go do it yourself. Go start doing videos yourself. All right. I'm venting, unfortunately, it's because, being a reactor is fun, but it's also frustrating a lot of the times. And, like, sometimes I do wonder, am I doing the wrong thing? Like, again, with the BlueStar Racers thing, did I do the wrong thing by reacting to this episode? Should I have made the video a little bit smaller so it's not quite so big? Because I don't want to do anything wrong. I don't want to hurt My Little Pony or BlueStar Racers or anybody. It's like, it's almost like, there's times like I wish I could go to Hasbro or Savin or the people who make this content. It's like, let's work this out. I know there's a way that we can both be happy here, that I can make a video like this and it won't infringe upon your copyright and won't hurt you. I know there's a way. Let's find that way, and whatever those rules are, I'll play by those rules. If it's like, okay, like the video can only be 1/8 of the size of the total video. Okay, or I have to put a watermark on it. Okay, I'll do that. Whatever those rules are, I want to play by whatever rules we need to be. I just want to make videos. I just want to comment on the show and just enjoy it. And because both of these shows, BlueStar Racers and My Little Pony, they're just cool. I like them. They're worth commenting on and everything. It's like, there's a lot of TV shows out there, but there's only a few of them that I can really spend my time commenting on. And it's like, but at the same time, it might be better in some cases to maybe edit out the parts that aren't worth showing, I guess. But honestly, I don't think I want to do that because, you got to take the good with the bad. Again, it depends on what you come to a reaction video for. If you want to basically be entertained, then that would be good. But if you want genuine commentary and and review and stuff like that, which is sort of the intent of my videos. It's a little of both, entertainment and commentary at the same time, which is why they're comrap videos. And okay, I think I'm starting to ramble on. This video is really long, but the good news is, with FineBrothers is that this is not a situation that anybody really needs to be worried about, and and if you don't support it, then go dislike their go dislike their videos, unsubscribe for them, and leave angry comments and tell them that this is a terrible, horrible idea. But unfortunately, they're getting enough of that. I honestly do feel people need to take a moment to breathe, back off, and I do honestly believe that they were genuinely trying to apologize and saying we're sorry, and that we were not trying to take over, relax, everything's good, we're sorry, I honestly do genuinely feel that these guys are not trying, they're just simply not trying to do that, and I think we need to just back off a little bit, and maybe accept their apology and everything. I think people, now that they've quote unquote legitimately apologized, now that we should, obviously in the spirit of My Little Pony, forgive and forget and all that stuff, and hopefully move on and go back to making content and reaction videos and doing whatever we want. And it's like nothing to see here anymore, citizens. Get back to your lives. And for some reason that reminds me of, I'm sure that's a line from something, I can't remember what, but anyway. But there's certainly a lot to think about, but I mean, I definitely think that we should all try to find ways to do videos in a way, the fair way, you know, the right way. Like, yeah, like I've told people, it's like, avoid full screen video at all costs. Because not only will it get guaranteed to be nailed, it's generally, I think, a much more fairer to the original owner of the video to make it small, so that, you know, you are the focus, and that it's a little itty bitty video, and that, you know, so if people want to see the thing full size or full screen or whatever, that they have to go watch the original source. And always give credit to the original source. Always ask permission before you try to react to something, you know, especially fan works. Yeah, because some people just simply won't react well to that. And I think we just simply need to show that we do care about, you know, we want to do this the right way, and just simply give credit where credit is due. And this is why I always thank the people who make the show, both of them, because I've done in college little college courses in animation. I know how hard it is to do animation. Again, it doesn't do itself. Animation is a very difficult thing. So I appreciate, and it's also very difficult to do it well. And so I appreciate both of, you know, Oban's Erasers and My Little Pony for being able to do animation and story and stuff all well and excellent and yo and it's just awesome. I mean, it's just awesome, and we should always, you know, give credit where credit is due. And I think I'm definitely rambling on right now, and hopefully this is the last of that. Certainly last I want to hear about the FineBrothers, because I didn't care about them before, and I don't care about them now. And, you know, and it's like, this thing just got all blown out of proportions. It's definitely time for us to take a moment, step back, take a moment to breathe, just relax, and in a way just get back to our lives now. So it's like, crisis is over, relax, everything's cool. So definitely, and if you've made it this far, I thank you for listening to my rambling, unfocused, venting video thing, and maybe might have found it interesting or useful. I hope, maybe. And if not, I'm sorry. All right, it's definitely time to end this video. So thank you as always, thank you for commenting, liking, and subscribing. And until next time, this is BlueStar. Stay strong and pony on. BlueStar out.